Good morning, beautiful souls. Welcome back to your daily divine messages from Spirit. I hope everyone who was celebrating Thanksgiving yesterday was able to enjoy your day, whether it was with family, whether it was with a large family, small family, intimate, friends, your pets, your ancestors, however you chose to spend it. Maybe you had to work. However you spent it, I hope that you're still able to give thanks. And yeah, I had a really low-key Thanksgiving for the first time, I think, ever in my life. So it was nice. My son and I just hung out. We had our radio interview with Soul Child Radio on KKFI. That was wonderful. Thanks for everyone who tuned in. And then we went to go see the Plaza Lights. We saw the Moana 2 movie in theaters when it came out on Wednesday night, so we saw Moana 1 yesterday during the afternoon before the Plaza Lights turn on. So for those who don't know what the Plaza Lights are, is whenever they turn on the Christmas lights to kick off the holiday to kick off the holiday season. So I thought it was really fun. They had music. It was cold outside, so we didn't stay long. We just kind of drove around until they finally turned the lights on, and they had some fireworks. It was pretty cool. Something that I noticed that I'm feeling like I need to share with you is the desire for tradition. That's a very Capricorn energy. Venus is in Capricorn right now. And as we all may know, Pluto just left Capricorn finally for the last time in our lifetime, for the next couple hundred years. So Venus being in Capricorn, in my opinion, I'm seeing this as like the tradition of like how you spend your time, how you enjoy love, what you value, the traditions of the things that you value. And I'm hearing for me, like, I realized that, like, I really do like traditions when it comes to holidays, but at the same time I don't. And looking and reflecting on that, of like the big hubbub and expectations, like sometimes I just would rather rest and just hang out with and just spend the time with the people that I love most, instead of having to like do this whole big thing to like see family. And I'm not saying I don't enjoy seeing family, it's just maybe if you are like me and sometimes you feel like, where do I belong in the world? Not everyone when you feel kind of misunderstood by the majority of the people that have been in your circle, the holidays can feel exhausting because you have to put on a certain kind of, mask or face of protection to, you not really show up. And though everyone says they love you regardless, like maybe they don't know that you are into tarot. Maybe they don't know that you don't have the same exact religious views. Maybe they don't know what your sexual orientation preference is because they don't know you. And that's something that can, stifle. Like, you might be smiling and enjoying the time together, and maybe none of that matters at the end of the day. But I'm hearing someone needs to hear this, that like sometimes the tradition, like, you get to make your traditions, is what I heard Spirit say last night. Like, I realized that for years and years I've always wanted to go see the Plaza Lights and like be a part of that. I love Christmas music. I don't, again, I love the tradition of these things, but I don't love the hustle and bustle of it all, and the expectations and how it has to look like this, and you have to have all this money and then all these things, right? I love Christmas music. I love watching the dancers. I love performance. I love live music. And I just, I realized that for years and years, I have been wanting to see the Plaza Lights, and I have never seen it until last night. And I took my son, and he was freezing, and he couldn't see above all the heads, so he wasn't really having that great of a time. So we didn't get to really celebrate it and be there the way that like I really would have loved. And I realized like that is my tradition that I have been wanting to plant in my life, but I've been feeling obligated to see other family or to make sure everyone else is doing what they want to do. So maybe this resonates for some of you as well. And I'm hearing to reflect on that in your heart space. That's why we're doing it over the sound, the heart chakra sound bowl. To like really ask yourself, like, what is your Capricorn and Venus? You know, what is your Venus in Capricorn? I said that backwards. What is it what are the traditions that you truly value and love, even if it's not what everyone else wants or does, and you feel obligated or obliged to do it. But what is it that you truly would love to do? If it's just to go, you just want to, like I was saying to myself, I am envisioning myself one day to have the Thanksgiving kind of, not necessarily dinner, but like the Plaza Light party where like people, my aunt used to go to a family friend's, house condo that overlooked the plaza and would have a party, and they would see the lights and everyone would be there. And I'm like, maybe that's what I want to do. Maybe I do want to have little, with my closest friends or the people that I know I'll enjoy my energy with, to just get together and watch the lights, or go, whether it's at the house, or at a hotel that can overlook it, or actually having a friend or a group that would like to go and watch and see it. And it's funny because the very next day, a new friend that I made a couple weeks ago, on a photo shoot, she was with her family for their traditional going to see the Plaza Lights celebration. And I was like, wow, that's so funny. So, like really looking at that in yourself, what are the things, and maybe that's something that might help you with this Christmas too, or just any kind of holidays that everyone makes it so big and all these things, and you feel like you have to go big or go home, and maybe you just want to be home. Maybe you don't. Maybe you be like, I don't want to go big, so I'm gonna go home. Like maybe that's okay for you. And that doesn't mean you're boring or don't have loved ones. It doesn't mean you don't love your loved ones either. It just means that your energy likes what it likes, and your energy vibes with what it vibes. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, and there's nothing to judge about that. So really taking this Venus and Capricorn energy of, where does your heart space? What do you value? What makes you feel abundant? You know, it's not always about quantity. Abundance isn't about quantity, it's about the quality. That's Venus energy, ruled over, beauty and abundance and love. So even if it's 1 to 2 people that fill your heart with love that you would prefer to just spend your day with, that's okay. As opposed to trying to, split yourself into a million different pieces with people who only like partially fill your heart. You see what I'm saying? So thank you, Spirit, for that message. Maybe that prophetic download needed to come through for someone who also needed to hear that. So I appreciate that. And let's see what our weekend forecast is for our final weekend of November, if you can believe it. And shout out to all the November babies. Happy birthday. Yeah, this is a part of being unapologetically authentic, living fully, freely, and deeply. in love. Love doesn't have to look a certain way. It's a frequency. So let's see what this weekend ahead here. We have all sorts of things going on. I don't know what if you still are celebrating other, Thanksgivings with other families. Whatever it is that you're up to, we're going to see what Spirit wants us to know in this final weekend of November. We have our Star Child Tarot. We have our Lemuria Oracles. We have our Four Agreements Oracles. We have the Mind Hustle Oracles. We're going to see. Thank you all for being here. Namaste. All right. So I'm going to put this here so we can let it burn. Let it burn. Let it burn. Gotta let it burn. That might be a channeled song for someone. Maybe that's a story by Usher. Let it burn. What's this song? It's gonna burn for me to say this, but it's coming from the heart. It's been a long time coming. Right? So maybe that's something that you guys have been feeling, again, with this, how you need to share and vocalize and be honest and true to yourself, first and foremost, of how you want to show up in this world. It might have to burn some people, and I'm not saying burn bridges. Again, like you can peacefully release yourself. And it might burn, like it might be uncomfortable, it might hurt, and in some ways you might have to burn some bridges if it's really toxic cords. By the way, we are in the pre-shadows of our new moon in Sagittarius. That is right around the corner on December 1st. Opening up, I love when we open up the new week, the new month, and a new moon. So that's beautiful. So new moons are new cycles. Sagittarius is of optimism and hope. On the light surface of it. On the shadow surface, it can also be a little bit of frivolous overspending, so be mindful of that. Okay, these cards, I don't know what they want to do. Wow, this King of Crystals literally continues to stay out. I don't know how many times in our daily divines have we pulled the King of Crystals, but you see how it was just like trying to get out in my hands. And then we have the Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So I'm seeing here the Five of Swords. Maybe the Five of Swords is about setting boundaries and cutting people out. So this is exactly just the confirmation, thank you Spirit, of the energy that I was prophetically downloading already. Tarot is just the confirmation of what our energy is already telling us. And so the King of Crystals here, right? Maybe you're trying to please everyone, or maybe you're trying to, get gifts for everyone. Maybe you're feeling this battle of like trying to, choose how to get gifts for people, stay abundant, try to keep up with the Kardashians, kind of, so to speak, kind of thing. And maybe that's something that you have to, you're needing to reassess with what you value. How do you want to show up in this world? What kind of abundance really truly matters for you? And you're protected. You have the goddess Isis who is protecting you over this kind of, conflict, to help you with cutting out the people that you don't need, the places, the things, and that doesn't have to necessarily mean people either. It can mean addictions. It can mean, habits. It can mean old conditions, generational conditions. It could be mental disempowering beliefs that you're choosing to shift out of so that you can come into the abundance within yourself, within your heart. You see that heart space again activating. That's that Venus energy right there, the King of Crystals, King of Pentacles. So I love that, actually. And you see how they both have their hands out. And so I'm hearing just like opening your palms to receive, allowing yourself to receive what it is that you truly do value, and allowing the things that you don't value to dissolve. Bless and release. Bless and release. So my old boss used to tell me whenever I worked for her at her modeling agency, bless and release. If they don't want to, you know, be a part, if they don't want to be a part of the school, they don't, whatever the case is. If people don't want to be a part of what it is that you are vibing, if people don't want to be a part of your tribe, if people are not on the same frequency vibration, that is okay. It's not about them being bad, you're being bad, they're wrong or stupid or whatever. It's just like they're not ready, or they're just not aligned, and that's okay. Bless and release. Bless and release. You can say goodbye in a loving way. I won't be surprised if loving compassion comes out. But look at that. Close enough. We have the high heart chakra. Okay, bless and release as you are stepping into your ecstatic bliss. The high heart chakra is your higher self. It's your higher self, your true self. And you are tapping into, coming into alignment with your soul tribe. You see the hummingbirds are very loyal. They come back every year after they migrate from, to warmer weathers. They'll come back if they really vibe with you. So I'm hearing maybe you're in a space of migration right now, so to speak, right? That's a lot, Spirit. Thank you. Maybe you're in a space of migration as you're internally exploring. I love this. Number 32. We don't see this one often. Number 32. Yesterday we had 31 for home. Now we're 32, internally exploring. That might be a soul path number for you, 32, or reducing to 5 might be a soul path number of change. Maybe you're age 32. And so I love this internal explorer. You're going within to see, to find, and I love the contrast of the white hair and the shadow skin, the beautiful mahogany skin. It's almost like this contrast. Maybe you're internally exploring the contrast of your life, the lights, the shadows. Maybe this year you've been doing a lot, and maybe this weekend I'm hearing you're going to be doing a lot of internal exploration, if you haven't already done so. So some cards that came out, they all came out in reverse, but I'm going to flip them over. We have beautiful harmonic flight, luminescence, fur and feathered friends, gracious receptivity, and life force energy. These are beautiful cards. Thank you, Lemuria. So Lemuria, the Lemurian Galactic Council, they want to speak right now. They want to speak. They want to say, your life force energy. We had this the other day as well. Your life force energy is coming online, is what I'm hearing. We have the 2 dolphins, which are also very loyal creatures. They mate for life. They mate for pleasure. They're very smart. Very smart. And they are very telepathic. Very telepathic. They can speak to each other, communicate at distances. So that's what I was going to say with that. And it's funny because we have the harmonic flight as well. Because I was going to say there's that hummingbird again. So I'm being called back to the hummingbird it's reminding me of. And we have the hummingbirds in the gracious receptivity again. So you might be feeling like you're at a distance, or in this migration period where you're kind of moving out of environments that are no longer conducive to your body's needs, to your energy's needs, right? To your heart's needs. Maybe that's what you're shifting out of with that Five of Swords, so you can come into a more stable and quality of life, of loving. With the luminescence, look at that heart chakra being ignited. The frequencies of your heart, the frequencies, we saw the high heart chakra, the frequencies of your heart are rising to another level of love, of ecstatic bliss, of ecstasy, of joy. Because who you are becoming is rising into this beautiful, beautiful being of balance, of this eternal bond. So Spirit, thank you for speaking for me. My throat's starting to close out while you're trying to give me these messages. So I'm hearing right now with this life force energy, grace's receptivity, with the hummingbird, with the dolphins, and with the harmonic flight. If you are on a divine, journey of love, of conscious love, of twin flame love, if that is something that you connect with, because harmonic flight is Izzy Ivy's twin flame card in the Beyond Lemuria oracles. So if you are, and the reason why I'm being called to talk about this, the distance, the migration, and the loyalty, the telepathy of the dolphins, of the hummingbirds, is that you may be in a space where maybe you are at a distance from someone. Maybe you're not able to physically speak to someone if they're at, at a faraway distance, if they're in another place in the world, if you are not in communication, if they have blocked you, whatever the case is, you're not in a space where your vibrational frequency is able to meet right now on a physical standpoint. And I'm hearing that is because you are going through this major heart awakening shift. And you are, as well as your counterpart, because that is what the harmonic flight is about. It's about raising your vibration. It's about becoming at your full capacity. It's about aligning with your eternal soul. And your eternal soul counterpart is you. It's your seeing. You see the reflection. They see each other in each other. They see themselves in each other. That is an eternal bond. Just like the dolphin. Just like the hummingbirds. They are bonded for life, eternally loyal to each other, regardless of whether or not they have to go back they got to migrate sometimes, where they have to leave their environment, where they have to leave behind the people and the places and the things that were once nurturing to their environment, to their soul. But then the seasons change, and they have to now move to a better environment. Even if they are at a distance and they can't speak and see and touch and taste and feel each other right up front, they can still speak to each other. These dolphins have light codes on them. They share the same light codes, just as your divine counterpart shares the same light code. The same light code as your soul core frequency. And it's funny that my throat is starting to close up right now as I'm speaking this, because this is something that has been, I'm hearing, silenced. That's why it's so hard to be in a divine union. That's why it's so hard to be on the twin flame journey, because we cannot, most of the time, see, touch, taste, feel, hear. You can only sense. You can only trust with your sixth sense is what I'm hearing. You can only speak on a telepathic space level, 5D in your dreams, through journals, through your heart, And I'm hearing that you're able to communicate from your heart space right now, which is beautiful, because that is that, you see the frequency wavelengths, that is what. And I love how it's kind of this mermaid and then this king of crystals, and like they're speaking. She's actually, this is really beautiful, she's actually crying. It's so beautiful. She's crying as she is feeling, hearing her heart vibration, because what she's doing is she is contacting her counterpart. And he is, you see how he's looking that direction. This is beautiful for some who needs to hear this. This is not the direction I thought it was going to go in, but this is what I'm hearing. Maybe again, holiday seasons can activate our hearts in so many ways, because it's supposed to be the season of love, the season of being around your loved ones. And what do you do when the one that you most truly beloved is at a distance? When you can't hear them, when you can't see them, when you can't touch them, when you can't speak to them. What do? You tap into your life force energy. The chakras, you see the lotus flowers of chakras, you share that same core life force energy. You tune in to your heart space. You feel their presence. You speak to them through your heart, with your heart, from your heart. This is so beautiful. I want to screenshot this right now. This is really, really beautiful. Look at that. So you really are on this beautiful journey right now. Even if it doesn't feel like it, even if these holidays are reminding you of feeling alone, but I'm hearing you're not alone. You're just by yourself right now. So I'm hearing that's because you are coming online. You're going through this internal exploration. So I'm hearing find the gracious receptivity. Graciously receive this life force energy within you. Graciously receive the life force energy that is in your heart space. And don't give up the feeling that you know is in your heart. What's interesting is how she's kind of like holding this light. I'm hearing hold that light. Hold the light within you as you are exploring internally. Finding the shadows, finding all the things that maybe are not the most beautiful to find, to explore, but you have to explore the depths so that you can explore the heights as well. Right? The Star of David, I'm noticing in gracious receptivity. Receive with grace, as above, so below. What is meant to be will be in heaven, on earth. The light that she's holding in this external explorer is the same light that's going within her hands, that's going in her heart, which is the same light that is being activated in the King of Crystal's heart. Isn't that beautiful? Indigo, you have something to say?
Looks like her third eye is activated. Maybe it's connecting with the King of Crystals.
Ooh, I love that. You notice that? I didn't notice that. That's a good eye, Indigo. How her third eye is also, and the third eye actually is connected with the color indigo. So that was great that Indigo found that. You know, so I'm hearing, see it with your third eye, with your mind's eye. Aw. Every time, I didn't realize that she had tears on her face. So this might be some of you that might be feeling right now. And I'm just hearing, look, she almost looks like she's crying too. And look, actually it looks like the light in her third eye is crying. So I'm hearing, just receive right now. Receive the grace of this love. Receive the grace of this time apart for you to tap into your life force energy, for you to come into this beautiful harmonic flight. I know it feels painful to feel like, why can't I just be with the people that I want to be with? Why is it so hard to find my tribe, right? I'm seeing this fur and feathered friends right now is kind of giving me the strength card energy. How she's with all of nature, all of the animals. The strength card is the Empress, who is soft enough to nurture a safe space for the animals, for the lion to let their guard down, but also is strong enough to hold a boundary, the boundaries of being treated with respect. So I'm seeing this as you are coming into strength, a compassionate strength, a gentle strength. They both have their arms up of this life force energy. Maybe, again, maybe you, right now, your soul tribe has to do with your pets. Maybe your pets are a part of your soul tribe and they're giving you that gentle grace and love. I'm hearing, just receive it. Receive the love that is coming through as it's coming through. Because your crown chakra is awakening. You are tapping into the royalty within you. Allow yourself to receive the grace of love, divine love. As hard as it might feel right now. But just remember that it's the human eye, it's the ego's mind that wants to make us feel in this separation. But dolphins, again, remember, they're smart enough to know that no matter the distance, they will always be able to communicate with each other. They will always be able to find each other. They will always come back to each other because they speak with their heart's eye. Cute. I was actually going to say their mind's eye, but they speak with their heart and their mind's eye, their heart's eye. Really beautiful. So I hope that helps someone.
I mean, I guess that does kind of look like an eye.
Yeah, it does. Even over here with the gracious receptivity, she's got an eye in her throat. Your throat chakra is also, I'm hearing, awakening so that you can tune into your truth and speak your truth, see your truth even. Yeah. What are some next steps from the four agreements that can help us with shifting our belief systems, and that can help us get through this if this is how you're feeling? And this doesn't have to necessarily be a soulmate twin flame romance kind of thing, but if it is, then take it as it resonates. If it's not, it could be just your soul tribe, right? It could be your soul tribe. It could be, again, going back to what we were talking about from the beginning, the Venus and Capricorn, of really contemplating, recognizing what are the traditions that are of value to you. Even if it's with your pets, you prefer to be with your pets than humans, right? I get it. Or if you would prefer to just be with one or two people, and your pets. Or, you know, however the case is, but you are I'm hearing you are attracting your soul tribe right now because your heart space is awakening and aligning with your life force energy, because you're going into this beautiful self exploration, and it's truly activating your heart so that you can come into this beautiful harmonic eternal union. That's what I'm hearing. Separation is an illusion. Spiritual union is eternal. No matter where you are, what you're doing, what lifetime you're in, how you're speaking, you know, it's soul recognizes soul, because soul is love. And love surpasses all time and distance and space. And love is eternal. And love is patient and kind. And love never fails. It trusts. It protects. It endures. It hopes. Right? So look at this. Next steps here. Perfect. Love never fails. Enjoy heaven on earth. Y'all, I can't make this up. Be impeccable with your word. Enjoy heaven on earth. What did I say? What do we see with these Star of Davids? As above, so below, on earth as it is in heaven. That is what is coming. Receive the love that is coming. Trust it. See it with your third eye, your heart's eye. Trust that it is coming. It is coming down through your life force energy, through the union with your divine counterpart, through the balance of your being. As you tap into that frequency of love consistently, finding the love and the joy in all things, not just in this external counterpart. And you know, sorry if you hear Indigo pitter-pattering back and forth. He likes to watch and see the cards be pulled, and then he just like gets excited and hops around. So sorry if you hear that. You know, see the love. Let go of self-judgment and blame. We have be impeccable with your word twice, okay? Let go of the self-judgment and blame this weekend, you guys. It couldn't have been different because it wasn't, is what I'm hearing Spirit say. Let go of the self-judgment of how, I'm hearing of how past holidays have been. Let go of the blame of why you're in this space with yourself, internally exploring. This isn't because you've done anything wrong, Spirit is saying. This is not because you've done anything wrong. This is simply because you are growing, you're glowing, you're rising, you're shifting, and you have to go within. You have to be with yourself, by yourself for a moment, but you're not really alone. You're still attached at the core vibration, right? You're still attached to the source of all eternal divine love, no matter what. But these butterflies, you're transforming so that you can enjoy heaven on earth. Wow. It almost looks like, too, how this King of Crystals, I'm just noticing, is up to his waist. Just like how the mermaid is in the water up to her waist. So maybe they both are mermaids, you know? That's what I'm saying. You guys share the same vibrational core frequency. You are the same. This is what Lemuria wants us to know right now. The external human avatar shell is just one aspect of who you are. But it's really not. It's just it's not truly fully who you are. It's the vehicle for you to experience life on earth to experience life force energy, but you are the essence of life force energy. This is the essence of life force energy. So that's how you can enjoy heaven on earth, is by recognizing that you are never separated. Is by recognizing you are never alone. You are never by yourself. Or what is the saying that I heard the other day really like? You might be by yourself, but you're never alone. You have the presence of your animals, the presence of your ancestors, the presence of divine, and of course, the presence of your divine counterpart, if that is where you're feeling alone. Impeccability of the word can lead you to personal freedom, success, abundance. Okay? You can attain the kingdom of heaven from this one agreement to be impeccable with your word. What does impeccability mean? It means without sin. What does sin mean? To sin means to go against what your soul knows to be true. So I'm hearing even separation is a sin, or that separation consciousness, thinking that we're separate. I'm alone. I don't have enough. I don't have love. I don't have enough people who love me. All of that lack, scarcity, poverty mentality is sin, because it goes against what your soul frequency knows to be true. You are abundance. You are abundance. You don't have abundance. You don't have love. You don't get love. You are love. And you can't lose what you are. This is beautiful. Oh, you guys, I'm getting really emotional. You cannot lose what you are. You are one. You are one love, one soul, one love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. All right, channeling into Bob Marley right there. So maybe that song, maybe you need to hear that song, maybe reggae music resonates with you, maybe, the lyrics from that song might help, right? Give thanks, right? Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel all right. Maybe you have some Jamaican, background, culture, whatever the case is. You are one love, and you are never separate. You're never alone. You might be by yourself right now because you're coming into the highest frequency of love, and that means having to shift out of what is less than love. You have to shift out of the lower densities of false love, of conditional love, of codependent love, so that you can step into the unconditional, eternal, divine, conscious love that you are. Really beautiful. Oh, this is so beautiful. I hope this helps. I hope this really resonated with you. And if it did, feel free to hit that like button if you haven't done so already. If you'd like to be a part of my soul tribe, and that way you can always tune in to these daily divine messages from Spirit as we are healing the heart of a woman and the soul of mankind through conscious love, then definitely subscribe to my channel, Princess Leah 888, and hit the notification bell so you can know whenever I am going live or posting. And if you'd like to book a personal soul session, I do offer Tea+Tarot soul sessions. Right now it is a Black Friday, Indigenous People Friday, My Vibe Tribe Friday, and I have some specials going on for the weekend, through the weekend, where you get 20% off of my Tea+Tarot soul session. You also get a 1 ounce loose leaf handcrafted tea from my FemRems apothecary. So if that sounds great to you, then you can email me at FemRems811@gmail.com. My information is in the description box below. You can also find me on my social media and message me there or follow me there, Princess Leah 888. And until next time, my beautiful beloveds, I hope this really comes into, listen to it throughout the weekend if you want to be reminded, or if there are any additional messages that might help you as you're going through this beautiful weekend of exploration, internal exploration, and awakening. Okay? I love you so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Until next time, peace and love. Namaste. Bye.